I'm going to say this and then I ain't going to say nothing else. Listen to me. If you are in a step parenting situation, meaning you have met someone who have become your child's step parents, listen to me, because I've been there, done that. Let me tell you something. Make sure if you don't do anything else, you always stand in the gap for your child. You always listen to your child. Do you hear me? All right, because I know what I'm talking about. Now, let me just say this. A lot of times, you get these folk that you fall in love with, and you end up marrying them, and they become your child's step-parents. Y'all have a child together, and then all of a sudden, that child, because you got to think about how that child feels, that child is feeling like an outcast. And it's even worse if that child's own parent is not in their life. Now, let me say this to you. I'm not saying, here's a disclaimer, I am not saying that you should spoil that child. I'm not saying that you got to go that extra mile and do more for that child and, and do this and do that for that child and make that child feel more than what they should feel. All I'm saying to you is make very sure you stand in the gap for your child. Make very sure you listen to your child. Make very sure you watch that child, because that child is going to feel some type of way. Now, also, that step parent, 9 times out of 10, I've seen it too many times. I even saw it in my own household. That step parent resents your child. That step parent is jealous of your child. Not all the time. In a few cases, that step parent is loving towards your child, kind towards your child, wants to be your child's parent, other parent, or bonus parent, or whatever you call it. All that's great. Sometimes that happens. But in many cases, that doesn't happen. Because, see, that step parent might love your child, because you can't love somebody and not even like them. You can't love somebody and be jealous of them. You can love somebody and be resentful of them. And a lot of times, those step parents are resentful towards your child, because your child knew you before they knew you. They already know they coming in the door without having the relationship with you that your child have with you. And unfortunately, adults do this. They walk in the door feeling resentment towards that child for what that child have with you already that they don't have with you, not even realizing these are two different relationships. So you're going to begin to feel like you in the middle, and you feeling like you're being pulled in that direction and in that direction, because you love your child and you love your mate. So you're feeling like, oh my God, what should I do? I'm going to tell you what you should do. Number one, listen to your child. I'm sorry. I know when two are joined, they become one. I get all of that, and that is true. And I am not saying don't listen to your mate. I am saying listen to that child who's going to begin to feel like they are extra. They're going to feel like they are the number 3 in the bunch, where it's 2, or they're going to feel mixed matched. They're not going to feel like they belong. So it is up to you as that child's connect, as that child's parent, to make that child feel and know without a shadow of doubt that you love them and that you are there for them. Do not ever allow your mate to feel like they can make that child feel any type of way. You always stand in the gap for your child. You hear me? You always let them know under no uncertain terms. Let me tell you something, baby. That's my baby. That's my child. Now, I am not saying that child comes before you, sweetheart. What I'm saying to you, this you talking to your mate, what I'm saying to you is that's my child. And I am not going to have my child feeling crazy. I'm not going to have my child feeling like you can run to me and tell me something and I'm automatically going to believe you. I ain't going to have my child feeling like that. I'm not going to put them in that predicament. See, a lot of times, this goes on and that child is feeling left out. That child is feeling like they're not loved. That child is feeling like they've lost their parent, the one parent that was there for them. Don't make the child feel that way. I'm not, and once again, I have to say it, and I'll say it over and over again. I am not telling you to not love and be there for your mate. That is your mate. That is the person that you are spending the rest of your life with. That is the person that is supposed to love you and everything that comes with you. All right? So, and if you can't love me and everything that comes with me, we got a problem. See, we got a problem. What I'm telling you today is to stand in the gap for your child always. All right? Right, wrong, or indifferent. If they wrong, stand in the gap for them and say, baby, you're not right on this one. If they right, stand in the gap for them and say, honey, you're not right on this one. If they, you see what I'm saying? You make sure you stand in the gap for them, because I'm going to tell you, that is a hard place to be in between your mate and your child that is not their child. And then here come the other children. Y'all might have children together. And then here come the other children, making that other child, making your child feel even more of an outcast. So it is up to you. It is your responsibility. It is on your back. It's on your neck how that child turns out. How that child that everybody's coming in, all these new folk coming in. Just imagine how the child feels. Just all you got to do is imagine how they must feel with all these new folk coming in. You got a new husband, you got a new sister, new brother. They got all of this. And then they're beginning to feel pushed further and further back. You don't want that. You don't want that. You want everybody to feel balanced. It's not going to be perfect. I'm not saying it's going to be perfect. What I'm saying is you make that child, let that child know under no uncertain terms, I am here for you. Your mama, your daddy love you. I ain't going to let nobody do nothing to you. I ain't going to let nobody make you feel no type of way. I ain't going to let nobody make what you bring feel no type of way. If you got friends, I ain't going to let nobody, I'm not going to let nobody, the rules that stand for any other children in this house will be the rules that stand for you. And you do that. Because I'm telling you, you will have some traumatized children. You will have some children walking around here with broken hearts because they're feeling some type of way because you didn't listen to them. We ain't trying to create no Cinderella situations around here. All right? That your child, don't ever make your child, and God forbid, something happened to you and the child stuck with that person or whatever, like the actual Cinderella case. Okay? So all I'm saying is stand in the gap for your children. Stand up for your children if you have a step-parenting situation. And if you have a step-parenting situation where that step-parent loves your child and you have no doubt under no uncertain terms and you're talking to that child, because always talk to your children. Always talk to that child and make sure how you doing. You okay? You happy? You okay? Mr. whatever they call, stepdaddy doing you right? Stepmama treating you right? You feel good? Okay. Check in with that child. All right. Now, the good news is if you have met someone who's an amazing person, they love your child without any jealousy, without any resentment, without any of that crazy, stupid mess, you are blessed. Have an amazing day.